This is Harold Papa Bear's Peppers. Hopefully, everybody can hear me now. I'm trying to do this. I had to try and do it with my laptop, and it was like something's going on, but it wouldn't work. So I am here with my phone, and I'm gonna do it. And hopefully, this is coming out okay. I'm doing setting this up. Um, uh, get this thing set up right. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn it this way. We're just going to do it. Got my live chat on. Hopefully, let me know if everybody can hear this okay. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm not used to doing it this way. So, well, let me know if you can see this, folks. Doing a live here. This is Harold Papa Bear's Peppers. Sporting some new gear on here, and I wanted to talk to everybody a little bit. Um, Hopefully, I got this going right. All right, good. You can see and hear. Good to hear. So, this is Harold Papa Bear's Peppers. If you guys have followed me, you understand this is me. So, my big announcement here that I wanted to talk about is that if you can see here, this is Real Growers Recharge, and I've become affiliated with them, and the reason is I used them throughout my grow season last year. Uh, the peppers, the plants, that was now, don't get me wrong, uh, and this is one of the things that I got here, and but don't get me wrong, I'm still a nectar guy. I love nectar for the gods. However, I found that the recharge, the more I used it, the more I found it was the missing link in my grow last year. And I want hot reviews. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, they got some really cool. I mean, even the hat, I'm trying to figure out how to wear this thing, but uh, I really, I mean, the company is exceptionally good, and I worked with them. They sent me a sample last year to grow with. I experimented. Let me tell you what, because I wanted to make sure if I was going to actually affiliate with them, I wanted to make sure that if I am telling you all about it, that you understand it, or that you understand that I tried it before I jumped on board. Thank you. Thank you, cool or hot reviews. It's I like the hat. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I thought about doing the turn up, like the turn up part or down. Heck, I don't know. I'm a little bit old school on the hat, so I kind of yeah did my thing. But I grew with it all last year. I tried different ways. I put this in my compost tea as an activator because the uh, it has some of the molasses in it. It has beneficial microbes. It has the mycorrhiza fungi. It has azospirillum and a whole bunch of other microbes that go into your soil as well as kelp and different things of that nature. And it's, if you've seen the plants on my grow last year, I'm building a video to kind of hit it too. But if you've seen my grow last year, you could see how big the pods were. That was a combination of nectar for the gods. It was a combination of this, the recharge feeding often. And in fact, this year, I've already been feeding my seedlings with it to help inoculate the root system with the azos and the mycorrhiza fungi. And it's had astounding effects. These little plants, these seedlings are just really super strong, in good shape. So here soon I'm going to be doing a seed giveaway, like I said, with seeds I've planted everything I'm going to plant. And something like the chocolate board nines. I've got some primo seeds that I still have left over. Now these are from my grow, not from the Troy Primo stock. However, I grew from seeds from Troy Primo. So all the primos that I pulled seeds from are actually from what I considered exceptional pods. Long tails, big bulbish pods, and I mean, I think they'd be something even Troy would be proud to see. But I am going to be including some seed packs out there along with some samples of the recharge that real growers had sent me, and I figured the best thing I could do is send it out to y'all. Down in the comment or down in the description of this, I'm going to put a link that you can go to as well to save 10% off on any orders that you do. Because that was the other thing that really, in my mind, was a big deal. That, well, how is that going to help you guys as growers too? And getting you 10% off on any purchases in their items. And they have also the grow dots and the extended grow. And so let me be clear about this, why I am good with this. Recharge auto pHs in water. So when you use it, when you use recharge, you put it in the water, you stir it up, you're done. You feed your plants. It has all the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium that you need to go through your growth cycle. If you wanted the simplest form, you do that with the grow dots, or even Nectar for the Gods, the one shot. But either way, you go on top of this, and you're like last year I fed Nectar one time, and then I do 2 feedings with this, and I would incorporate it into compost teas. So that if you've ever used air stones, I'm reading your comment there, Hot Reviews. Yeah, if you've ever used air stones for activating your compost teas, your worm casting teas. Well, so what I did last year is instead of adding molasses, I added half teaspoon per gallon. That's the cool thing, is not only is it all inclusive, but it only takes a half teaspoon per gallon of water. And on the main package, I don't know if this one says it or not, but when you buy a main package of this, there's not a lot of companies that are going to make this claim, and that is guaranteed healthier plants in 48 hours. Guaranteed. And I'll tell you the truth, it's pretty spot on, because of this as an organic nutrient as well. These guys are out of Colorado. But like right now, I feed my seedlings a quarter of a teaspoon per gallon because they're seedlings. However, I want to inoculate the roots, and man, they're growing fast. I ain't gonna lie. Um, yeah, I tried different things altogether. In fact, I neutral. This will give you a pH of 6.5, which is if you look at any kind of nutrient chart, 6.5 pretty much unlocks every nutrient in the spectrum. Your magnesiums, your calciums, your you name it, uh, even your micronutrients that it releases, and this will actually help prevent nutrient lockout. You ever had that problem? Well, if your soil's pHing at the right level, it's a lot harder to lock out nutrients. And using Nectar for the Gods with this, I've never had a nutrient lockout. And in fact, using the two combined, I've even talked with the owners and they use Nectar for the Gods with their recharge or their product line because Nectar for the Gods brings in the calcium, recharge brings in a whole bunch of nutrients. You combine the two together, you're never going to buy CalMag again, ever. I don't. I, what? I've been growing with Nectar for 6 years and Recharge for a year. And last year, just had phenomenal plants. They were ridiculous. And then on top of that, never ever being short on calcium. Never. So, I mean, think about that. You'll never buy another bottle of CalMag, and there's no need. Uh, this has the nitrogen for rapid growth. It's a MPK, if that's important to you, of 11, or no, I'm sorry, 16, 8, 11. So you have plenty of nitrogen for your growth. You have plenty of your phosphorus and you have plenty of your potassium. You got everything that you need for that major growth. And so, yeah, I just wanted to come at everybody, let you know. If you're going to see it, you're going to see my recharge hat or you're going to see my shirt. And again, still a big Nectar guy. I love Nectar. But I also love this recharge. And I'm telling you what, it was a no-brainer for me when they asked if I would be an affiliate with them. I don't have a problem because I know it works. I know it'll work for y'all. If you guys are growing your Superhots, you're not going to have any problem. I can feed them things as babies. Yeah, look at this here. Let's see. What do I got? I think I've got, here's one off the, here's what I got here. Here's some crazy ones. These are my, these actually are an older version of like, here's a mustard death. That's actually a death spiral. Yes, please, Mark. Yeah, hit that like button. This is actually part of my new line. These are not going to be available. I'm sorry, guys, because I'm still growing it out. It's going into F2. This one, too. These are what I call a DSP, Death Spiral Primatole Cross. I do have this one that I can eat right here, right now. This one is just a little winter pod. But I tell you what, I opened one up to pull some seeds out. In fact, I pulled them out of this guy right here. You can see it's open. And I had the juice on it. Might as well, right, guys? Huh? How about a live review? What do you think? Let's see, make sure that I'm good inside. This is, think about it. I don't know if you can see that or not. We're going to do a live review. Nothing to hold back here, folks. Usually I do my Szechuan seeds and things like that, but yeah, we're good to go. Little fella inside. But what do you think? Go after it? Yeah? What do you think? This is my honey death spiral. As far as I know, nobody makes them, but who knows? You know what I mean. This is a honey death spiral. This one is a late uh, mustard death spiral. You can see how yellow it got. But some of these are off the mustard death spiral. I'm not. These are older, so they're I'm getting ready to take those plants down. But this one is still good. I'll see what goes on. So they actually have pretty good flavor. I'm saying the reason I mess with death spirals, you might go, why the big thing about death spiral? Death spirals have great heat. Ooh, death spirals have great flavor. So we're going to see where that ride goes. The chocolate death spirals are insane. You guys might have seen that here recently. But yeah, that's got decent heat. But again, that was not a cross. That's not one of the DSPs, the death spiral Primatali crosses. That was a standard honey death spiral, and I seen it on a plant that's still kicking out there, and I thought, what, I'll pick that one for doing this live. Heat's ramping up a little bit. Not horrible, but it's still there. Mark, how do you like that powder? Hopefully you're enjoying that. Hopefully that other package got to you. Yeah. So here soon, I'm going to be doing some seed giveaway. And with your seeds is going to come some recharge from Real Growers. Down here in the description block, I'm going to make sure that the link is there. I'm glad you like it, Mark. I want to make sure that that link is there. So it's the simplest way to grow that I know. It really is. If and I hear a lot of people go, that's too complicated. I hear it. I'm glad you like it. I got a couple hot sauces too that I'm putting out. They're pretty good. One of them's more mild than than the sriracha, the Sinister sriracha. I sent Mark some powder, and that was off of this year, and it was a combination of Primos, the Death Spiral Primatali crosses, and some of the chocolate pork nines. It's warm. But I want you guys to have it out there, and there's a reason. Because if complication is a problem with your growing, this is not complicated. 5 milliliters, half a teaspoon per gallon. If you're growing and the problem is you'll hear people talk about, oh, that's cool. I'm glad you do. You'll hear people talk about simplifying the grow and everything else, and I can't think of a simpler way to do it. You could get the grow dots, mix it in your soil, and then just use this. I still, like I said, I use Nectar for the Gods because that's my calcium. But you use those, you can't get simpler than that. You really can't. You can grow with that and grow killer plants. It's that simple. I like combining recharge and nectar, especially the Herculean harvest and things of that nature. So I'm bringing in my calcium because if you grow, you know that if you grow NPK, then you're going to grow. And I tell you, I don't talk NPK a lot. I will tell you though again, this is a 16-8-11, 16 on the nitrogen. But I don't talk NPK a lot because nectar's not really NPK based, calcium based, and when you go with NPK, a lot of times you got to use silica as your basic conduit to get your nutrients up through the plants, through the roots, and everything else. Well, recharge is going to build your soil. It's going to make your roots grow. And if you read up on, I've talked about it before, mycorrhizal fungi attaches to the root system. It actually is going to expand your root ball, have more things coming up. Hey, Arsenic Element, glad you showed up. Just kind of talking a little bit. Recharge affiliation. But that mycorrhizal fungi will do that. It'll attach itself to the roots and actually have your roots sprouting off in mega directions and allowing your root system to uptake more nutrients. Azos is another part of that acts like a conduit. That's also in here. That it's insane what this thing has on it. I should have brought my bag in, but it will. I'll see if I can get that up there. It's kind of hard to read backwards. Eliminates pH lockout. Lets the microbes feed your plants, which, yeah, I am a big fan of the microbial food web. Huge fan of that. Jeff Lowenstein, I think it is. You read his book sometime. Oh yeah, church, yeah. Arsenic had made a comment in there about the nectar for the gods. Ridiculous, you know. It's and I'm gonna get with Scott on that and see if he wants to do some kick-ins on the seed giveaway too. If he wants to give away some sample kits. Scott Ostrander from over at Nectar for the Gods. He has taught me so much over the last 5 years. You know. But this stuff here complements any nutrient program, synthetic or organic. Yeah, recharge. However, it really works well with Nectar for the Gods. It will not burn plants at any concentrations. So, where you can't feed a seedling, I've been feeding seedlings. Increases your nutrient uptake. So I've got a tray out there that's growing at just, and I did it last year and I thought, I wonder if it was a fluke. It's doing it again. They grow very rapidly. I'm actually bottom feeding. You can use this. I got a guy, Chad Inham, that's using this and as in a drip feeder. So yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. Arsenic Element. You've never heard of recharge, and I tell you, I experimented with it throughout the year last year, and I did that for a reason. Like I said at the beginning of this, I didn't want to promote this without knowing that it was a solid product, and it is. No kidding. It'll increase the vigor and resilience to stress, which what do we have stresses with? Heat in the summertime, cold in the wintertime. Nectar does that too. It's going to build up the resilience to things like that. You can lower the stress, and that's why I did a video on transplanting. I think I put it out there, and if I didn't, it's coming. It really is. I use this in a solution of water and recharge and completely eliminate transplant stress. I'm not kidding. I did it. I've got every one of them's in there. I'll be honest, I think I had 3 die off. What am I going to do? If I have 3 die off out of like 400 plants, I'm okay. I'm good with it. Let's see. So each packet makes a 5-gallon bucket. So this little packet that I sent out, it'll give you a 5-gallon bucket worth. So there's enough here for 5 gallons in one of those packets. And by then you're going to see the difference with your feedings. I think it's a 64 ounce. It'll last you the entire growing season. Well, it did for me. And I was growing, I think, 40 plants. Let's see, last year I was well over that. I think I ended up with a head count of about 50 plants. Unreal. Non-toxic. It's pet safe, so if your pets go up there and lick it, it's not going to hurt them. This can be used with every watering if you wanted. You store it in a cool, dry place. This lasts up to 2 years. So, yeah, you go with a 64 ounce, go through a growing season with it. Get a 1 pound bag or whatever. I'm telling you right now, you can use it at a rate of a half teaspoon per gallon. And you're thinking, when you see the bag, like I got one of the 64 ounce bags, lasted me a year. Literally, it lasted me a year. And I was like, man, I hope it goes through the growing season. And it did. I went through an entire growing season with that one bag. And, on top of that, I'm going to, again, down in the description, I'm going to have a link where you can save 10% going through Real Growers. Use that link, and it'll tell you in there to go use the code Papa Bear, and you're going to save 10%. So that was the other thing that I was happy about, is that I saved you guys, just like me, a grower, save you some money. Because we need to do whatever we can to save money the way things go these days, right? So, anyway, just wanted to do that announcement, folks. Thanks for popping in. This is Recharge from Real Growers. I'm telling you, folks, if you grow whatever you grow with and you add this to it, you're going to see a difference. If I can eliminate plant shock, if I can increase the vigor, rapid growth, all of those things, I can use it in any nutrient that I use, including my worm teas and my compost teas as an activator. Yep, I'm happy. All right, guys. Hey, this is Harold with Papa Bear's Peppers. Have a great day. Keep growing. I'm out, guys. Have a good one.